Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders, I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wantogs.
And Gavin.
Coach Goinator, and we're back,
We're
boys.
back, it's good to see you. You look fresh, well, Cow, you look hungover, so it's good to see business as usual.
First day of pre-season. Do we call it that?
No,
Yeah,
we
let's
don't
call
call
it
it that.
No, I think we come in, we just meet the new coaches and all that sort of stuff, the welcome barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
We'll see you back in December, because that's when it probably will be for us.
Oh,
December. So, Cow, you've still got another... It's actually been, like, how long? 2 months?
already?
I think it has, hasn't it?
Time flies.
You have been hungover, Roy.
2 months. Fair bit's happened in that time, too.
A
right it
lot
has.
has happened.
Who won the grand final, Cow?
Geelong.
Oh, yeah, got it. Good.
81 points. Thank you very much.
81.
Got
We
that
had a
right.
trivia thing the other day,
Yeah.
and Cal
You got
nailed it.
You did not.
Yeah,
I know that one as
I've got
well.
your little John Nash
You
going.
did.
Yeah.
Good on you. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of
Do
you.
you know how well I nailed it? Winner, chicken
did.
dinner.
Alarm bells are ringing. Why wasn't I invited to this thing?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, play on.
Right. So, anyway, yeah, fair bit's happened. We had a bit of fun over the finals, watching Geelong win that.
Yep.
Great grand final.
God, that was boring.
Boring.
Goodness
Anyway.
me. Well played, though, Cats.
Yes.
They're good at what they
Please.
do. Right. So, let's start with this.
Here's the news of the week you need to know
News
on
of
the
the week.
official AFL Fantasy Podcast.
What?
Good stuff.
Great start.
No, there's a fair bit of news. There's
Right.
stuff to know.
Well,
Okay.
are you going news like 2 months worth of news or
Well,
the
back
latest
at the
breaking?
end of August, there's a couple of blokes delisted. No, pretty much the things that I thought would be worth highlighting at this
Right,
point of
okay.
the season is that there is a rumour,
Oh,
and it's not unsubstantiated.
Okay.
It's not just something off trade radio.
Please use words I know.
I think there could be 5 on the interchange, meaning basically what it is now, but no medi-sub.
I don't
Okay.
mind that.
Yep.
So
that works
that's
for me. I
what
take
it
that.
could be. So what does that mean?
Oh, it means that's fine. I'm happy with that.
More
No
time
problem.
on the pine, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
But I think it's not going to affect the guys that rock out high.
You want your good guys on the ground.
Yep.
So nothing's going to change there.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a problem
They
with that.
they won't treat one of those as the equivalent of a sub, will they? And give them like real minimal game time.
Potentially.
That's a thing,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
Especially if
We
it's
might-
like a second ruck or something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We might talk rucks later.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon we will. There's
Definitely.
a fair chance
There
we're talking
is a
rucks
bit
today.
going on there.
Wow.
But maybe that's giving everyone that green light
Yeah.
with that second ruck.
As with the trade period, good clubs will use that very wisely.
Correct.
The bad ones will be laughable.
Yes.
Agree, Dog?
100%.
Correct. So that's one thing just to be aware of. We'll sum that up probably during the preseason and say, ooh, does this affect certain players?
Yes.
The other one is that the fixture isn't out yet, but there was a lot of talk, and I think it's going to happen, is that there's going to be like the NRL do that magic
Yeah,
round where
cool.
they've got all the games, well, they
Love
played
it.
in one venue, but I think it'll be in Sydney, where it sounds like, across a couple of venues there, all on the one weekend. But what that means, because of, we've got our 22 rounds of each team plays, that's 11 home, 11 away. What happens with that? They're adding an extra round.
Well, wait.
So next year, it's likely that we're going to have a 24-round season
Right.
rather than a 23-round season. Everyone with their buy in there, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Happen about April. And so, so just an extra round. So an extra week of footy.
Wow.
An extra week of weekly prizes. That's
Yeah.
coming out of your pay, Cal.
Yep.
Extra week of work, mate.
Oh, my God. Hey, let's go up. We'll go up to that.
Oh,
That
we
would be
have
good.
to.
We're going up.
I love that they haven't just talked about it. They're just going whack, are they?
I think they're just going to do it. So
Oh,
love it.
why
We'll
not?
probably know more
Awesome.
about that in the coming weeks.
God, good
To
news.
see what that is. The other one too is the salary cap.
Okay.
I've been getting the calculator out.
Oh, yes.
Looks as though that'll be 15.5 million.
Yes!
So therefore, we go. But don't get too excited because everything just goes up percentage-wise. So it's up about 5%
Right.
is what the what everything looks like.
Good.
At this point.
So don't have a heart attack when the game comes out and prices are a certain way.
Yeah.
Is that-
So on my maths would say that basement price players, instead of 190 like they were in 2022,
Yeah.
they'd be 198.
Oh, too much.
But do they round them up to 200?
Oh,
I don't
even
know.
worse.
That's something that we're going to have to...
It would look much cleaner.
yeah.
Wouldn't it
God.
ever? I don't
Gonna
want a
have to be
198.
200.
Imagine that. We got fresh meat here, boys. A 198k forward mid. It's
gotta be 200.
Got to be 200.
So, yeah, anyway, or they could still stay the same and they're just cheaper.
Ooh.
'Cause I think they were a little
Bargain.
bit cheaper this year based on what they were last year, so it might actually round up to the 200 anyway, because that 190 might have had to have been 191 or 192.
Okay.
It's a lot going
Anyway,
on by the
that's getting a
sound
little
of
bit nerdy. We'll find that out in December, I reckon. I think that's about all we've got with the news.
Oh, that was great news.
Great news, Doug. Well done.
Yeah,
done.
good. All right, well, the other news was apparently a trade period happened.
I was about to
and
go
a
home.
fair bit was going on with the trade period. So the trades, what did we see? 30-odd, I think it was in the end.
At least this year too. Relevant names. And
Yes.
happening a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, there are some players that are not relevant.
Oh, there are.
Of
Right.
course,
And
every year.
I don't want us to talk about these guys too much. So
Because you don't want to sit here for too long.
I've sent Dog a little audio clip.
Yeah.
You don't want to
He wants to clip
Right.
every time we get to a guy that is not relevant.
You got excited about it. You see,
Malcolm Blight.
your little small mind doesn't mind some of these things, Calvin.
Yes.
You get excited. I reckon you watched that about 500 times.
Too right I did.
This is what gets me though, Dog. Is that the first time you'd seen and heard it?
Yeah.
No, I think I have seen and heard it before, but I just forgot about it.
This is a little bit of me time BT area.
Oh, exactly.
All over again.
You would have done. So this is, well, the start of it.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Right. And VA, you would have used that for your whole life. You've used that multiple times in the last week since you first heard it.
100% Dog, and I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
All right. Let's go through them then. Let's start with our first one. And that is Carl Amon went to Hawthorn. Free agent. That was the first move that went.
He had a great year.
Had 97 average.
97 average for a guy that never got any midfield time.
He was 99 the year before as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's been good.
He's going to the worst team ever assembled.
Would he
in
have
AFL?
gone if he knew what they were going to do?
No.
So, he's going to be priced at that 97. That's probably about what he is.
I reckon. But
Will any Hawthorn
we were
player
thinking-
average near that?
No.
Anyway, so
well,
he's a wingman. That's what
I
he's
know.
done. That's what's
It's going
got
to
him
be
there.
tough to get a kick out on the wing
It
for
will.
him, isn't it? Do
Will
you
he
think
play
he
the
might
wing?
go inside? Who
Could
else
he?
will? I
And
don't
can
know.
he score if he's
I
inside?
don't know.
I think he goes down the draft order as well.
Yeah.
He's
So
not
it's-
at that.
But, like, I'm a fan.
I'm a big fan.
But I would be a bigger fan if he was in a good team out on a wing.
And he's got a ceiling. A 148 this
does
year
have a
already.
ceiling.
As we go through these, we'll probably think about what it means where the club that he left as well.
100%.
So I guess it just throws those other names there, those, when you call them fringe names, but it might just push some guys up the ground. Like, does a Dersma move
Okay.
up a bit more now?
100%.
So
Yep.
those
You would
types
think
of
so. Yeah.
players that. All right, next player.
Yep.
Who do you reckon that was? It was Bobby Hill.
Bobby.
Bobby Hill, Collingwood.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Thank
I don't
you.
think that one is one that we'll spend too much time
Let's
on.
go to the next
He'll
one.
play though, won't he?
Yeah,
He
it'd be
will
good
play.
to watch.
Yeah, he was great.
Well, Timmy time. Timmy Taranto.
Rats toss bag.
Do
Given.
not hit the button.
Given.
Oh, yeah.
No, I give it a
Oh,
rat's
yeah,
toss-
we give
no,
it.
no.
Oh,
I
you
give
do.
a rat's
I
toss
give a
back,
rat's.
yeah.
Well, no, we have to because
100%.
obviously he's a bloke that's averaged 100 and what was his best?
He did that 110 plus.
113
Yeah.
in 2019 it was, and that's from 22 games. Then he went at 108 from 22 games in 2021. So will he be forward? That's going to be will he have the forward status?
I think he has to.
You think he'll
I
have
think
forward
he has
status?
it, yes.
Well, that's a lock then, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
God, I mean, we get
Priced
worried.
at under 100 at 95.5.
Yeah, and Richmond, traditionally you'd say they're not a fantasy-friendly team.
Yep.
But someone that good going in there, he'll play mid for him too, won't he? Like
Yeah.
plenty of.
Oh, definitely.
So I'm
And that's
looking
the
at...
thing.
So
And we'll get to him later as well. He's got a partner in crime, but
Yeah.
they come in.
Yeah, and
to
go
that
straight
midfield.
in there.
Yep.
They're relevant again straight away now. Richmond.
So last year he was 44% CBAs.
yeah, what do you give him at Richmond?
Oh, he's going to be way higher than that. But
60?
I think that's why he could be listed as a forward to start off with.
Yeah.
And what do you reckon he'll play at Richmond? 60-40?
Easy.
Oh, more.
More.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So if he gets... okay. So if he has forward status, that's just an easy pick.
Could he be F1?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. With full confidence.
Because I think that also pushes Dusty and even Shai Bolton and those guys back to where they should be.
Yeah.
And they don't need to be in the guts.
So what about if he doesn't have forward status? If he's just straight mid?
I still think he can go.
You could, couldn't you?
Richmond haven't...
I'm not massive on classic. I think he can be an improver for your draft. You can bump him up to the over 100 average type thing, but
Richmond...
it'd be a tough one to Richmond's scoring has been awful.
It has, and that's the other problem. Oh, yeah.
You'd still
Draft
be watching
definitely.
him closely.
Yes, he's a definite pre-season watch.
But like you said, I reckon he has forward status.
I think
so
he
he's
does
just in
too.
our team.
Yep.
Good one to have.
So he started the year pretty well, though. 116 average over the first month.
That's what he does.
And then he faded away a lot after that.
The irony of that was, remember, we didn't start with him because we thought
He couldn't.
Toby Green was out,
Yep.
so we thought he'd be playing too much forward.
Yep.
But his scoring was ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, so it worked in reverse of
So,
what
yeah,
we
no,
all
he was
thought.
sub 90 for the last 12 games. That's bad.
But even here, I'm looking at his CBAs. They dropped off after the bye.
It's good now.
Yeah.
It's good. He dropped in price.
Too right.
Beautifully.
All right, let's go next. Jayden Hunt.
Yep. You know what to do.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Great.
Might be a little bit cheap. He had a 6-point game in there. That was a full game.
Look, he's priced at an average. He's priced at an average of 43, but it's a no.
It is a no, and I don't think it really affects anyone else on either team.
Blake Acres, Roy.
Yeah,
went to
boy!
Carlton. So, what do you got? You got a wingman?
Yeah, massively relevant.
Yeah, he's good.
He will be very solid out there, but the flow-on effect as well. So Walsh was spending a lot of time out on the wing.
Yep.
Does he just go in the guts now? So you could say Acres is a bit of a depth guy in some regards, but what it means is Walsh won't have to get sucked in when people like Kennedy, Hewitt, are out like they were at the end of the year. It
Sam
won't
Walsh was
rely
out
on
at the
that
end of the
happening.
year as well, just remember.
Oh, God, sorry, it cost you a flag, didn't it? But it won't be... Walsh won't have to hold that wing.
Yeah.
He should just be in the middle, that middle rotation, I think, with Acres in. I think that's the biggest part.
So I think-
So Sam Walsh at the 103 that he's priced at.
Yeah.
I think he's a 110
Could be
guy.
value.
Yeah.
He's your 110. He was a 109 before that.
Yeah.
So he's back to that 110.
I think so.
Value, big time.
Yeah. And Acres, draft, he can actually score. And he's,
yeah.
he's in a very, very good team now. So he's relevant.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Actually, we better play that again. Daniel McStay to Collingwood.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Okay.
61. Price
No
tag.
thanks. No thanks.
No.
What about then Liam Jones to the Western Bulldogs after his year out?
It's a no, but
Gets a 30% discount,
Yeah.
which prices him at 36 cow.
yeah, about 300K.
Well, I tell you what,
I know. It's not a total rat's toss bag.
you can't press the button on it.
You can't, no.
It's
If we don't have anyone,
Yeah.
It's a
you
watch.
could possibly.
It's a watch.
He
He's
will.
32 cow.
Yeah.
But his body is not a 32-year-old. I heard on Trade Radio and
You heard on Trade Radio.
that he's got about 5 years left in him.
Right.
That's what I heard. I'm not sure if they worked out that goes up to 37. But that's what I heard. So he's fresh, dog.
Sign him to a long-term contract. then.
100%.
Zane Cordy went to St Kilda as a free agent. He averaged 34 from his 13 games in 2022. That's down because he did have a red vested 0.
It is down.
You've got an itchy finger over there. I can see it.
Okay.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Right. Moving on. Let's go to North Melbourne, who did a couple of deals here with Griffin Logue. Now, I don't think he's the most relevant there.
No.
Yeah. I don't think you're just not touching him.
No, of course
He
not.
probably got... No.
All right.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a rat's toss
Sorry.
bag.
I was trying to sell him in
I
one
know,
way.
I know.
But I will sell,
Yeah.
I think, Darcy Tucker to North
Okay.
Melbourne. A few people I did notice on socials were dead against it.
Yes.
Oh.
He averaged 51.6 from 12 games. I could be dead against that.
Yes, of course.
However,
Well under, Sophie.
so
surely.
he should maintain some dual position status, which I think is the
Yep.
key to that. So, he's had some decent seasons before. So, I think, he averaged 100 in the waffle.
Waffle? Proper
Yeah.
league?
Proper. Yeah.
That includes a 10-point game, which I'm assuming was either injured or he was pulled off.
He was what?
Dog, honestly.
It's too early for this dog.
Malcolm Blight said something about that in that quote as well.
He did.
Right, now.
yeah.
Opportunity.
Okay, yes.
That's all he was starved of. And I think the increase in opportunity, we'll see, I don't know, on 50, 25 minimum point increase.
So 2019, he played 22 games for Freo at an average of 72.
right.
Yeah, so there's 20 points upside.
Straight away, yeah.
He's at North Melbourne.
That's a massive cross.
They
However,
may not even be in the league next year.
it is a watch list. You've got to watch it.
Breaking news.
It is. We are just keeping an eye on it. We're not saying yes. We're not saying no.
None of us okay, I am. None of us are going to
think you
start
gotta
with
watch
him,
it.
but we couldn't wear the button out so quickly. Could we?
There is a chance that you could.
I'm
have
with
him.
the no guys that
He's
were on social.
430k, Roy.
Yeah, I'm not wasting that sort of money.
All right.
You just can't cross everyone off the list.
Okay.
You can't. But you might be able to cross Ben Long off the list.
Yeah, you're not touching that.
He always shows a bit.
He
but
does.
He just doesn't
Depends
really
on that role, I
score.
guess.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did in the last month? He had scores of 92, 73 and 138.
Lock and load, Roy.
I told you he looks good sometimes.
Too right, he does.
He does.
Must have been those games.
No. Tom Berry, he went to Gold Coast. Now, he could be super cheap.
He's real cheap.
But he would need a lot to go his way.
He would.
But he's
to
had a
make
good
it right.
team
So
for
he
it.
would be basically
He
at
is.
the top end of the rookie priced players.
I've always liked
Same.
watching Tom Berry play, so I feel like he could be.
If he's not a forward pocket
Yeah.
and he has opportunity, then there is definite upside.
Yeah.
if he looks like
Definite
getting
upside.
any CBAs, surely you could start him
Yeah.
last spot in the midfield or
You
something.
could. Now, VFL's a real comp.
Yeah.
Right? Happy with that? He
Yeah.
averaged 91 there this year.
There you
Top
go.
scores of 132, 128.
I'm very happy with that.
Right? He can score.
You got to watch.
He's a watch.
You got to watch.
You got to watch him. Next one, we've got Josh Corbett to Fremantle.
I couldn't give a rat's toss
Right,
bag.
we'll play on that one pretty quickly there. And then now we'll go to Geelong for Tanner Bruhn. Geelong.
Winning at everything.
They
Aren't they
started
ever?
off with this one. And it was a
Smart.
pretty good one here. So, old Tanner Bruhn, early draft pick.
Yeah.
He, remember how unhappy he looked on draft night too?
Yes.
So,
Wasn't there some commentary around
Didn't
that?
take long for him to make his move out of a GWS.
But did you see his interview about going to Geelong?
No.
He still looked
Did you?
unhappy.
No,
It's
he
just
did,
his
yes.
head.
Yeah.
It's just his head.
So, what do you reckon?
I reckon he's going to be a very good player.
But
I
is it
think-
going to happen this year or next year?
Where does he fit in that team? That's a
tough
premiership team
Yeah.
that have
Good
recruited
players-
very well.
good
Well,
players miss
Selwood's
games
obviously
for them.
Selwood has retired.
Yes.
So there's a spot or some space for him.
He played 17 games this year to
I think
average
there's other
50.
guys in front.
Yeah, well, like there's players like Menegola who didn't get back
Yeah.
into the team.
Parfitt.
Parfit, yes.
He'll just be in the mix.
You know what else,
I
though?
don't think he's going to walk in and
I
play
know.
22 games or anything.
It's not pre-season. Don't want to throw the term around too much, but third-year breakout, Roy?
Could be.
Could be.
No, I think he's going to be a good player. Very interesting watchdog.
Do you know he attended 50% of GWS's bounces?
Did he really?
Wow.
Well, they obviously saw something. So did the Cats.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was in that game that he had his best score.
Okay. Okay, well, there
That
you go.
was one and only ton in 28 games.
Be interesting to see where the Cats are looking to play.
Third year
then.
breakout must be his fourth year then.
No, it's his third.
Is it?
Yeah, mate. Got to cover
Maybe
it.
I've written those notes wrong.
No, that's all right. He played
Possibly have.
11 games in his first season,
Yeah.
17 last year,
Yeah.
which means third year approaching.
Yeah, okay.
My math is correct.
No, he's one to watch.
He is one to watch.
Are we going to watch Toby Bedford who went to GWS?
Not for 340 odd K.
I don't think so.
No. That's about what he'll be.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Interesting one here, Luke Jackson to Fremantle. So that ended up happening, which we probably thought all year that it was going to. So he ended up averaging 71 for the year
Yep.
from his 20 games. So we'll probably pay about 600K or so for him, which I don't think we'll do. He'll still be ruck forward though.
He will. I don't think he's going to have some sort of breakout that you'd be devastated
No.
to have missed or anything like
No, I
that.
agree.
It's not like he's going to be. He
in
probably
the-
won't even be the starting ruck.
No, well, Sean Darcy's still
Yeah.
their number one
Well,
ruck.
and that's the only thing. If Sean does what Sean does
Yeah.
and breaks down,
Oh, yeah.
then
Oh, well,
we have
that's
an
true.
option.
Geez, it makes
That's
Sean
true.
Darcy a lot more irrelevant, doesn't it?
It
Yeah, it
does.
does.
Completely
Having him
irrelevant.
there.
Yep.
Because he's going to ruck
Unfortunately-
more than what Lobb did.
Yeah.
100% he will.
Unfortunately, the most relevant thing about Sean Darcy now is whether he gets hurt.
Yes.
And if he does, well, we might be able to do what we saw with old LJ. Remember that 125 he scored
Yes.
when Max was out?
The 1 week
Jeez,
whack
we look
that we
like
all went,
geniuses.
oh, didn't we?
And then he has a 52. Or he misses
No,
the
he
next
missed
week.
the next week.
And he comes back with a 52 for those who held.
Yeah, but then Max was back, I think, at that
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
miraculous
It was
recovery.
just one of those things. That's the roller coaster of fantasy
It is.
footy. We were on
100%
such
is.
a high with that 125,
Yeah.
and then he was out.
Then people were all critical of it because they were sook and they missed it.
Yep.
Then they got the last laugh.
Isaac Rankin went to Adelaide, so he's priced at about 60.
Good player, but no,
That's
we're not touching
probably
that.
what we do.
don't touch that.
He's
the
a 60
upside
guy.
that's there isn't much.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
He's a 60.
We'll play on to Will Setterfield to Essendon.
Oh, here we go.
Look, I'm a fan dog.
Oh, here we go.
He's a good player.
First round
Yeah,
draft
he is
pick.
Yep.
First round draft pick.
What else
And
have we got?
Well, no, I've owned him in draft before,
Yeah.
and he can pump your tongue.
Yes, he can.
His VFL form was sensational. Did you see him in the VFL
Yes.
final? He was unbelievable.
Well, he averaged 111 in the VFL
That's
this
big.
year.
From 8 games.
Yeah, huge.
And then when he came back into the blue side, after that decent stint in the VFL, he averaged 88 in the last 5
Yeah,
that he played there.
impressive.
So good numbers, considering that he is priced at 69.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
He-
Definitely. So it's not one, like, once again, it's not one we'll start with in
He's only
classic or anything
24.
like that. Yeah.
If he somehow had forward status, which I don't think he will,
No, he won't.
but
But
could he end up with it during the season?
I don't know. It's not like the Bombers are inundated with good players
Yes,
running
they
through the middle.
do. They've got a
He's,
stacked midfield, remember?
In the last 2 games, he had 56% and 79% CBAs for the Blues.
Yeah, there you go.
More of a reflection on probably who wasn't there.
Yeah.
However, he
But they're a good
slots
team.
straight into the Essendon midfield.
Probably in the mix for captaincy.
Junior Rioli went to Port Adelaide. I don't think we're touching that.
No, I like watching Junior play.
Yep.
But no, I wouldn't be picking him.
Now, this was part of Jason Horne-Francis going to Port Adelaide.
Oh, what a hoo-ha.
Oh,
that
my
was.
Big
God.
deal that this was.
Ice bath. Oh, my God. How many times can you hear about an ice bath?
So he
Seriously.
averaged 62 in his debut season. Does he hold forward status?
That's relevant.
I don't think he does he?
I don't think he does. If he did,
Where are you
I would be
CBAs, Cal?
highly interested.
I don't know.
Second year breakout.
Do you? No.
Well, it's more second-year happiness.
Yeah. He's a gun. He's going to be a very
He
good
is.
footballer.
I think people have forgotten that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't always have a good year in your first year, even
Yeah.
when you end up being a superstar. He obviously wasn't happy there. They were a bit of a rabble.
Yep.
And now he's going
To a better team.
to a better team.
Yep.
Stars all around him. Zero attention
Yeah.
given to him. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he's going to be good.
So he's priced at 62.
Yeah.
He will hold forward status. He has to hold forward status.
Well, if he does, he's in the mix.
And how much upside is there from that 62? 62 average I'm talking here.
I think he'll be 80 plus.
Same.
He's a
Do you
midfielder.
really?
Same.
Yeah.
80 plus.
I'm with Dog.
As
I
a
think he's
midfielder.
actually very good. And with a good team
Okay.
and good teammates, I think that's not
Does
out of
he
the
have
question.
to go into the guts ahead of, like, you know, you've got your Rosie and Butters there. They haven't lost anyone,
No.
apart from Robbie Gray, who wasn't a midfielder.
No.
And Amon is a winger.
It's interesting, isn't it?
And he's got Wines
midfield.
in there as well, of
So
course.
does some of those guys suffer? Does a Butters or Rosie suffer?
Yeah, someone will.
Because Wines has to be in there.
Yeah.
Too right he does.
What-
Bokey probably slides a
He
bit
starts
out.
to slide out.
Well, remember he slid
They're not-
out a few years ago, but he slid back in.
Are they really going to move Butters, their golden child, and Rosé, who came home like a freight train, for a North Melbourne rookie?
Rosie,
He's the number one draft pick,
Hey,
Calvin.
I'm just saying.
yes.
They've given him a
They're
6-year
going to move
contract.
those guys out.
If they are seen as better forwards, yes,
Okay.
which they both are.
Yeah.
All right. I'm very sceptical.
They will just all be in that rotation.
Okay.
But their numbers, their midfield numbers, I will say that Connor Rosie's CBAs
Yeah.
will decrease
Okay.
Slightly.
Slightly.
off the back of when he was having his big CBAs.
Yeah.
Like that's where he was
The only thing is, that's where he was also getting Brownlow votes, isn't it? Okay. It'd be interesting to see what they do there, but he is highly relevant and he's underpriced because despite people not wanting to admit it, he is very good and will be even better.
I think he's definitely worth the watch list.
I think he's worth
think he's
watching.
worth a watch list.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Jack Gunston worth a watch list?
Nah. What do you go at 60 this
He's
year?
been
Yeah.
good in the past.
Oh,
though.
100% he has.
He's
Remember
like
the
40,
days?
60.
Remember the days where he used to sneak a goal in a quarter, then finish it across half back, clunking a few marks. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
Could he be Richo like?
Not at the
up
age
on a
of
wing.
No.
Not at the age. Richo was probably 10 years older.
True, he was. Richo's a
Richard
little
was
bit.
about 34 when he did that, wasn't he?
Richo was also
It's only 31.
He was
You
a
know.
little. Can't compare Richo and Gunston. Come on.
Gunston's a bit
He's good.
disrespected. He was
No, he was
It's a no.
no Richard, though.
It's
You're
a no.
right. It is a no.
big one here.
Massive.
A ruck pig. Brodie Grundy to Melbourne. Averaged one of his poorest
Yep.
returns with a 93.3, but it was only from 6 games. Therefore, a discount for anyone new to this gets applied to the higher average of the last 2 years, which was then going back to last year's average. So basically priced him at about the same point as his average. So he's going to be priced about 94.
Okay.
That is cheap, but he's going to be alongside the best ruck in the competition.
It just can't.
All right.
It can't be done.
Max is a better forward than Grundy.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Max,
they did really like what he did.
yes. Max will
Back
get forward
into the
status
season.
this year.
Ooh, is that your big call?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
He will get forward status. Grundy will be their main ruck.
Actually, yeah, you can't possibly have those two in your side without one of them getting another status. Can you?
100%.
There is no way you could avoid one of them getting another status.
Yeah.
And you're right.
Who starts at the first bounce?
Grundy.
Yeah.
He
I
has
agree.
to.
He does.
Because Jackson used to do it sometimes
Yeah.
as well. And he's way better than Jackson. So I think here is their number one ruck. And I think Max is now
If
that forward or even coming across that half back like he did.
Max is going to have a lot of shots at goal over summer.
Oh, yeah.
So what do they
If
average?
he can start kicking it
And when
accurately.
And when the game's done, then he just goes across half back. Like we've seen him do hundreds of times.
No, he does.
Not hundreds.
He just roams the ground.
Yeah.
What do they average? What does Grundy, what does Gone average?
Great question.
They've both got to be over 95.
I think they are.
So there's minimal upside in Grundy at that then.
I guess the
And-
question is, who averages more? I think Max averages more.
Yeah.
Geez, I don't know.
Can you touch them? There's the other question.
There's the answer.
No, but I don't think it's the end of the world if you own him in keeper.
No, of
I
course
think
not.
you've still got two very
yes.
serviceable.
I did a tweet that was a good one, I think.
Of course it would have been
A while ago.
Really do a bad one.
That was, no, it was about their numbers. They've been 1 and 2. Let me find it. Because it was genius.
would have
I did
been
some research on this.
Good on you.
Would have been a great tweet.
It has been either Grundy or Gone as the top averaging ruckman from 2016 to 2022. In those 7 seasons, 5 times have been 1 and 2.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's
Okay.
not happening next year.
That is not happening next year, but it could.
Why not?
Don't be.
Well, actually,
let's not.
hang
we'll
on.
talk some rucks a little bit more later. We can talk a
All
little
right,
bit now.
all
I reckon
right.
a few of them that we think are going to be at the top.
Yeah.
That ceiling score or that average.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my big call, Cow.
Oh.
No ruck averages over 100 next year.
I can't tick that one off.
Could it happen?
It could.
It
happen.
could. Of course
Yes,
it could.
It could happen.
I'm not actually really impressed with that. I'm just sort of
No.
making a big call for the sake of making a big call. However, that could happen.
Thanks, Thanks, Adam Cooney.
He looks a bit like Cooney as well, doesn't he?
Don't put that on me. I'll take Kane Corns, but I won't take Adam Cooney.
Right. All right.
It's a massive talking point. I know how we end up operating, and we go nowhere near it.
Yeah.
Either of them. But then I can also see by round 10, we're getting a bit over it. We walk in and we go, oh, God.
Can't
of course,
wait.
those two are averaging the most.
Yeah.
As we've spent 10
Yep.
trades in our ruck
Yep.
department.
And that's what happened last year with our rucks.
Yeah.
That we spent
Every
so-
year it happens with our
Yeah,
rucks.
yeah.
does.
So this year I'm just
Set
going
and forget was the way to go because of every year it happens to our rucks.
I'm just going to start Grundy and Gone. Same team. Bang. Done.
be aesthetically pleasing on your
Wouldn't it look good?
Yeah, it would.
On that, though, we haven't really talked too much about other players. Darcy Cameron, stocks increase.
Yeah, too right.
They have to.
They do, but what changes for him? Like, we know what he'll do because we saw it most of the season.
But he'll be cheap, won't he? Based on what
Because Grundy only
What he
played
did at the start?
Grundy only played 6 games. I'm looking at his numbers here.
Felt like he dropped away a bit.
He averaged 82.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a couple of really bad scores at the start there. There's a 27.
So that's what helps.
There's a
dog,
40.
doesn't it?
I'm just looking here. After the bye, he went at 83. I'm looking here from round 7. He went at 93.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So-
what are you thinking? That's accurate?
He had that 34. Remember that awful
Yes.
score.
And I'll take
awful
that out.
score.
Yes.
So I'll bump that up to
Did you
about
take
a-
out the 52 as well that he had?
Yeah,
against
so
Melbourne?
he could be a 95.
Imagine what he's going to... That was against
That-
Melbourne.
Okay.
Max did that to
Here's
him.
your ruckman.
Yeah.
52. And now he's got Grundy and Gone against him.
The fixturing, if they match up early in the season, you could not start with him because it might end his career.
Yep.
So Cameron could be a good one if the fixture comes out well that he's got decent enough matchups early.
And then doesn't see him till later.
On the scale of hardness.
So
He
you
could be a
think about
95.
that.
He could be a
Okay.
95.
That is a daunting prospect. People used to be worried about going up against Max alone, let alone Max and Jackson. But Max and Grundy, imagine when there's going to be some rucks have to do that twice in the year.
Yeah.
You would not want to do
They're
that.
pulling in reinforcements in those games.
You're not
They're playing dual rucks against them.
100%. You are
That's
not.
going to ruin even teams that we go, oh yeah, they're not going in with a dual ruck setup. They will for that round.
They will.
They have to.
They'll have to.
And they'll still get monstered. Like
Too right they will.
you think about as a ruckman,
You might
you'd
as
be
well be
like,
putting Griffin Logue in
oh
the ruck.
yeah, you'd be like, oh good, they've put him in. Oh, okay.
No.
You never get that reprieve.
So in a nutshell, he's priced at 82.
Yeah.
I think he will be in the 90s.
I think so.
There's not many rucks out there that give us a little bit of
But if
upside
none are
here at the moment.
averaging over 100,
I think this guy averages over 100, dog.
oh, is that where he is now?
Yep. Over
You've
100.
bumped him up to that.
Yep, why not?
Oi, 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 oi. All right, Jack Bowes. He went to Geelong
Oh, well done again, Geelong. And
With
you
pick
got your
7.
little bonus pick 7 with
for
it.
about pick 84, a future fourth.
Unbelievable.
This is a bullying incident.
Yes, it is.
It's not good.
So there's a massive flag.
This is
on
where
this.
the trade period needs a commissioner who just goes,
That would not have been accepted in
that-
our league.
no way.
You would not have ticked that off. And you would have grounded us all for
Yes.
making a mockery of our competition.
After you made the mockery of our competition with Armitage,
League meeting.
Look,
That
that
he would
gate
have
is
sent
closed. Armitage gate's closed.
out. Meet at the pub. League meeting.
Bloody hope there would have been a league meeting. Wrap over the knuckles
so
of
anyway,
everyone involved.
let's think about him as an option for us. So,
He's cheap.
He's gone. Now,
so he's
here's the
priced
one.
at 68. So he's not priced at the 55 that he averaged this year. So he gets priced at the 68 because that's discounted off his 2021 average of 80.
I
Which is what he
heard
could be. Easy.
a ring of rumour
Great.
that he was going straight in the guts.
Wow. Because he's probably still going to be defender
Yes.
status.
So if he is,
In the preseason games, in the guts.
Yeah.
Priced at a 60.
yeah,
Didn't we just talk about
chuck
Tanner
him-
Bruhn not getting in there?
Yeah, we did. But I've heard that he is.
Right.
That Jack is. That's why I've got way more faith in him.
Okay.
Oh, boy, yo, yo.
It's a watch.
Wowsy.
It's a watch.
Yeah. It is definitely a watch. If he's got defender status and he's in the cat midfield
Yeah.
rotation, man, oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, let's look at Billy Frampton to Collingwood.
Hit it.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
I haven't heard that for a while.
Yeah. Next one.
Right.
Yeah, no.
we
we're
must
not-
have dribbled some.
Yeah. We found some relevance.
He gets priced at 61.
No, back your button.
10
dog.
Back your button in,
Back
dog.
your button.
Back
10
your
points
button
of
in.
upside.
What about Jacob Hopper then to Richmond?
I'm interested.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm definitely interested.
Now,
interested.
this is the issue for him because he's only averaging 66 this year from
Yeah.
the 7 games.
Yeah.
But discounted off his 88.8 average.
Yeah.
So he only gets priced at about 81. Okay.
66.
I've got him in keeper and it's been a long hold to hope that
Oh,
he would
without a
turn into
doubt.
someone decent. But does he become someone decent now? So he averaged 94 back in 2019. So that was his PB that he had. Yeah, what do you reckon?
I reckon 66, pick up kicks.
It's
He's going one way and it's up.
And where's that to? At
That
Richmond?
is 88.
Into the 90s.
Yep.
I think so.
Just
I think he
shy
can be
of.
that. Yep.
Yep.
It's the Richmond factor.
It is.
the
Jacob
issue.
Hopper. Sometimes I think we can just go, hang on a sec, step back from the numbers. Hopper is a very good player. He's going into a very good team. Yes, not traditionally a good fantasy team, but I tick this off. That is way too cheap for Jacob
So
Hopper.
priced at 80 though, what are you going to need him to be? He's going to need to be
So
a
if we're
95.
talking classic here, yeah, he'd have to be 95.
95.
But you bump him up your draft.
You bump it up a
Draft's awesome because he's got that 66 next to his name.
Yeah.
People won't see that.
No, they
Dom.
won't.
Well,
They'll be like, who's that person down there?
I hope I've
Priced
got
at
Richmond when
80.
we do our...
What did I give him? 88. So you wouldn't do it for that.
No.
They're priced at 81.
81, and I was giving him 88.
Oh, that's not enough.
No.
And that's a bit low by me. That's a bit tight.
Well, what does Richmond's? Who are Richmond's top averaging players next year? Taranto goes more than Hopper.
Taranto goes more than Hopper. Yep.
Now Short, he goes back to the half back, doesn't
That's
he?
good
Now
for him.
he
Good
doesn't
point.
actually, and that's where he scores better.
He does 100%. That killed him in the midfield. Meatball averages well when he plays, but
when he plays.
won't play that often. Yeah, it's like you said, draft. He is going to be a bargain for people that can hold off and then go bang.
I think Jayden George's the one, obviously, that's going to benefit a lot from that.
Huge benefit.
Yep, you'd think so. Aaron Francis to Sydney.
Hit it.
Prices at 39, Cal.
Oh, God, that got me back interested.
No, it didn't. Hit it.
Price at 39.
39.
Throw that on your
But guess what?
Throw that on your pine.
His average is less than 50 across his career.
Hit it.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
All right, let's look at Sam Wiedemann, who went to Essendon. So he only played 10 games,
Yeah.
which is, when you say only 10 games, he got to the 10 games,
Yep.
which means that he's priced at that figure of 45.
Oh, he could have done with a discount.
He could have done with a discount.
Do you want to know what he did in the VFL this year?
Yes, please.
Because that's relevant.
Yeah.
82 average.
Oh.
That's all right.
Finished the year with scores of 98, 117 and 101.
You should have made sure he got discounted because we could have talked about him.
We could have.
Yeah.
What did Matthew Lloyd say about him?
He never needs a shower. He always looks clean. He never gets his
He
hands
does
dirty.
always look good.
He does.
He'll take that personally. And I took that personally, and he will go and have a dominant year. 2 metre Peter won the Bombers' best and fairest this year.
That says a lot, doesn't
my
it?
God.
That says
That's
a lot.
why I said Will Setterfield is in the mix for captaincy.
Captaincy.
You're a peanut. Josh Shackey to Melbourne.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything there.
Nah.
He'd be depth, wouldn't he?
Next.
At best.
I don't know.
Lockie Whitfield. Lockie Hunter to Melbourne.
Look, that's got to be relevant.
It's gotta be.
Hunter led the league a few years
Think
ago.
about
Remember
some of
that?
his averages.
115 or something?
Averaged 103 in their premiership year, 105 in 2018. The BCV average, that was his big one.
Yeah.
So 2020, the BCV was 114.
114.
And so this is as low as he's been priced since 2015.
Okay.
So he'll go on their wing, won't he?
Yeah.
Who's on their wing already?
Langdon and Hunter.
Okay.
They'll smoke it. Both wings.
Yep. Because what they lose, Hunt's gone. Brayshaw now benefits him.
Yeah.
He'll either be a defender or in the guts, inside.
Yep. His two preferred positions, scoring-wise,
Yeah.
you would say.
Because he was out there, like, hurts a James Jordan.
Yes.
Like, he goes ahead of James Jordan.
Well and truly.
You'd think so?
I
That's
think
a good get.
I think he's a great pickup.
I love it.
Yes.
So what's he priced at?
A good question. He averaged 76,
Okay.
but 9 games. I should have looked at that.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
That's all right, though. So he's going to be underpriced for what he can produce. And he's in, once again, a very good team. Be interesting.
But we're not picking him.
No, probably not.
Josh Dunkley, we will pick. He went to Brisbane. So he's actually priced at his average, which is 108.8.
So it's big.
That's big.
But
That's right.
I think he holds forward
Do
status.
you really?
Yes.
Well, you make that decision.
if
So
that
also,
happens, you could have...
He only had 50% CBAs. He didn't wing it. He was on in the forward line when he wasn't CBAing.
Yeah.
So therefore, he probably hits his 35% that he needs.
So the thing is
I
with
think
him,
he's a forward.
okay, when
this
this
is the year we do Taranto and Dunkley.
when this status
Forward.
when
And
they give
then
them the forward status
Top off
dog,
way below
Yeah.
that.
is the forward status done off the whole year or
I think so.
the last few
No,
games?
I think it's the whole year.
the whole year. Okay,
Like,
because
I
he
assume
was
so.
because Dunkley was bulk CBAs in the last 4 weeks.
Right.
So
And he spent so much time there early, we're hoping
agree.
that's what's looked at because he's very expensive, but he's underpriced.
Too right.
If it's him and Lockie Neal running amok in there,
Yep.
they're both going field day.
Yep.
Dog,
Yep.
you on?
I'm on.
Yeah.
I'd like to. It's just going to be tight with cash.
But I don't think
109.
Yeah, it's huge. I don't think you can afford
It's going to be
miss
close
it, though.
to.
I don't like
close
to
a
pick
mil.
any player that's priced at 109.
No. God, but when you can hide behind forward status and
Too
he's
right,
going to
you
be
can.
in the midfield.
You're going to need him at some point.
What's his split going to be then?
Yeah, big.
It will, won't it? 70-30?
70-30, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we set it at the same
So who
time,
gets-
it's
well,
like
must
a
be
short
right,
thing.
Who gets cooked there? Lions, who was cooked at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Lions is done. What about McCluggage?
Yeah, he was very
stays.
good in
He
the
was
He is
in,
good
as an
inside.
inside.
I agree.
Because
but
he was
they
awesome
also-
as a outside winger.
He was.
They do push him. They're very happy to push him out because
Dunks
he's an
ain't going-
elite wing.
He
but
ain't going
I love
dunk,
him inside.
Dunks ain't going to a wing.
No.
Neil, Dunkley, and then it stunts growth and rotation of guys like Bailey and Rayner who were getting increased time.
It is. Berry was very good in there.
Yeah, in the finals.
He was.
The finals, so he'll have to be through there as well.
You're going to need to be, if you're paying that, you're going to need to be 100% certain that he's going to be that 65-70% CBAs.
Yeah, I think.
And I think he
I
will
think
be.
he is.
With forward status, we did say that Taranto could be F1. Dunkley's F1 over
yeah, he is.
Taranto.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
gets on draft day, first round. Where does Dunkley go?
With forward status.
Yeah. He's first round.
Very.
Oh, he's definitely first round, but
very
where in the first
high.
round? He's
Very high.
He's top 5,
Top 5.
Yeah.
3,
Easy.
Yeah.
top 2 even?
Well, we're not messing around. We're not picking a ruck.
You're not
There's
going
no
ruck.
ruck wasted
I
in
reckon
there.
Rucks is punt Rucks.
They're sliding heavy this year.
They will.
Yeah, no, he's high dog. He's top 5.
Jeez. Could be number 1.
Could be. You're
It's
not going to get laughed at picking him at number 1.
No.
Unless you do it, Calvin.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well,
Let's have a look at Cooper Stevens. Cal, you've been up and about with Cooper Stevens
love
over the years.
Coop.
You
I
must
do.
have had the cats in your in the footy records.
I do like a bit of Coop. Average 88 in the VFL.
Yep.
He will get opportunities.
yeah.
He will play midfield minutes
He's
at
another
Hawthorn.
one in
Has
the
to.
mix for captaincy.
He's going to be captain of Hawthorn.
I did the maths on it. He's basically going to be the same price as Will Brodie. Won't have the forward status though.
Oh, bummer.
But yeah, only averaged 52 from his.
So
five
around that
games.
370 mark.
Look, if there is one spot to look for cash cows and mid-price mayhem,
Yep.
their whole team, that's all they're full of.
Yep.
But Sam Mitchell,
Yeah.
that's an issue.
That's
That
a
is.
massive issue.
I reckon
Hello.
Sam will like him.
Sam will like Coop.
We might have it. They're at
Oh.
they're at the Hawks now.
100%.
Wombat, development coach.
Don't give away your squirts, mate.
Okay.
I'll be able to find a little bit out. Yeah,
He'll know the fresh meat.
he will be.
He's working directly with me.
That's the thing. He's got
He's
the
a butcher.
He's the butcher.
He's the butcher.
He's got the development job.
He's the Hawks butcher.
How many development coaches have 90% of the list on their books?
Yep.
Butchers. Not many would they?
He's going to be busy, boy.
Yeah. Come down for this job. You go to, you go to Geelong development coach. Oh yeah, go and hang out with your 5 boys there. Yeah. Well, that's going to have 35.
He'll have the
on
whole squad. Six Dog will be sitting up in the grandstand watching them. Go, boys. There it is.
Ollie Henry. Now he went to Geelong.
Yep. Hit the button.
He had a little bit of a sook about that, didn't he?
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Right.
Oh, where can he find sympathy, dog? In the dictionary. That's what.
Tom Mitchell. Here we go. Let's go. Swish it again.
Yeah,
so we
come
know
on.
that
We're
ready.
back
Let's
on
go.
here. Switch on.
The most relevant move of the trade
100%.
period for fantasy football
Yeah.
reasons. So Tom Mitchell to Collingwood. Sam Mitchell ruined him.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely ruined
And don't hide behind that. Like, why is no one actually calling that out
Yep.
for what it obviously was? This is another example of fantasy coaches watching closely and seeing what's going on with
Yep.
players, because I didn't see this storyline anywhere. And, dog, it was a story.
Massive story. And he's now going to have that opportunity because I think
Yep.
Collingwood are going to see him as
Yep.
that inside midfielder
Yep.
100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to be
100% of the time there's an injury that gets him into the best 22.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about?
Adam Cooney. Did you see that, Cal?
I did see that. I was disgusted.
Okay, let's just
Okay.
Is he best
pretend that
22?
didn't even happen.
Right.
So, of course, he's best 22. He's top 5 player at their club. People are forgetting. Now, the narrative was this. Tom Mitchell is too slow.
Yep.
The game's past him, yada, yada, yada. That is all an absolute crock. If there is a time where the game of AFL, where there's no role for the person getting the in and under out to the outside runners, well,
Of course.
come on. I'll stop watching because players like that, they will never be out of the game.
Okay. Here's the thing. The pig will be back to his 115 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa,
So
whoa, whoa.
115 plus.
Yes. So he was,
I'm excited, but you're going next level.
He was 116 before last year.
Yeah.
And that's down on his 120s he's had before.
Yeah.
Last year, he was cooked so bad by Sam Mitchell. How many scores over 120 did he have? One. And it was 120.
Wow.
Right? That is unbelievable. No point last year did he average over 100. He was just in the 90s the whole time.
His role was disgusting.
Why can't he be 115?
His time on ground was disgusting, and none of that is going to be an issue this year. And the answer to whether he can play with Taylor Adams, that is not a problem at all.
The 1 and 2 bananas in there.
Oh, he's doing banana talk again.
I thought that would have been gone.
I never worked that out. Tell me the banana. Explain it to me, dog. It's just... So they're both...
A first banana, a second banana, a third banana.
So they're two key bananas
All right.
in the midfield.
Can I tell you?
Right.
So Tom Mitchell's last four averages, 116, 107.
Yeah.
A few injuries in there.
Yeah.
Then he's 129, 127. Why can't he be 115?
Look, so we usually... Instantly we see this and we go Collingwood and we think...
Yep.
Number 36 on the back.
He's got to get
points everywhere.
And Collingwood, how many points have scored in
Yes.
the last decade?
Yes.
However, did you know that they ranked 12th this year for points
This was
scored?
going to be my little flag.
Sorry, right.
Yeah, no, it's good because I didn't actually have the 12 there. But their system is different.
It is.
Okay.
So it's not just going to be an absolute fantasy frenzing pig out for the pig.
Yep.
But I still see that 110 areas.
100%. He's cheap. That's cheap bacon.
And is he going to be 22? Yes. Is he going to be outstanding? Yes. Is he relevant again?
Yes.
Massive yes. Get out the oink.
CBAs go up by
Significant.
20 to 30%.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, what confuses me about the way they played this, okay, so he obviously didn't want him in the club, but all he did, Sam Mitchell, by playing him in those random roles and sitting him on the bench all the time, was decrease his value. And even the commentary has surrounded it to say, he's not relevant anymore. Is he even best 22? So you know what I mean?
Yep. In his last 8 games for Hawks, not once did he have over 60% CBAs.
Wowee. He's going to kill it this year.
Too right he will.
He will. Rory Lobb to the Western Bulldogs. For
Okay.
him, it gets...
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Yes, it does.
But Tim English.
He's not going to go there. He doesn't want to be in the ruck.
Doesn't Lobb consider himself a forward?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think he's chopped and changed like his decisions where he wants to go at times. But
And why
He
does he
will
chop
play
and
some
change his decisions, Roy? Why does he?
He's not thinking clearly.
Why isn't he thinking clearly? What's he done?
it was an off-air thing. However,
It's a telltale sign.
if you peroxide your hair,
Yes.
some of it does seep through.
It does.
You know in a good place if it's happening.
Name one AFL player with peroxide hair that thinks logically. You can't.
You can't.
No.
Remember James Cook? He did. I loved him.
Now, the thing
Remember when Chippy Chippy cost me a hat?
Oh, yes.
Because he had the hair.
He did.
He did the hair.
Yeah.
Right. So,
It's
Rory
all over
Lobb.
the shop.
Rory Lobb. This year, he has very rarely... He's just a pinch ruck.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
nothing more than that.
He deserves the button, actually.
If I looked at... So, he had 20% CBAs this year.
Yeah.
Okay, we can expect that again.
Yeah.
He's 20%. He's there to be a forward. Tim English will not be heavily affected by this.
No. Well, he might be, positively.
Yes, Tim English will be in many, many teams starting at the start of the year.
Many.
Many, many.
What about the
I got peroxide hair.
Jagabon?
Oh,
To
my
Freo.
God. In another giveaway.
I feel sorry for him so much. But
At least he goes to a good team.
he is super cheap. So priced at 82.
Yeah.
Remember his first 2 years? They were like
90s.
90s? Yep.
And even credit to the Hawks, they got him over those injury issues.
Yep.
Like, remember, he could never get on the park.
Yep.
And then he's played a lot of footy for Hawthorn. He's still a very good player.
Oh, yeah.
He's going into a very good team.
He is.
He's a mid-90s guy.
He is.
So draft definitely
Hell
relevant.
yeah. He'll be great in a draft team.
What does he do to your Sarongs and your Brodies?
Well, Mundy's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he just plays very well
And Mundy
alongside
played a
them
lot
all.
of...
He was 65%
Yeah.
CBAs last
Yeah.
year.
I
Mundy.
think...
That's him then, isn't it?
Is it Will Brodie?
probably gets pushed out a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Because as good
Because
as
they're
Will
going
Brody
Brayshaw
is,
and Sarong are 1 and 2.
Amira is just a class
Yeah. Oh,
above.
definitely.
Like he's at his best, he's an A grader.
So last year they had Brayshaw at 76% CBAs. Will Brodie was next with 68. Sarong at 66. Then Mundy at 65.
So Amira was like Mitchell there too. He had 61% CBAs, and the 2 years prior was 71 and 73%.
Oh my God,
so
Sam
you just
Mitchell.
heard him there on those ones.
Yeah.
And that gets him back to those 90
It does.
average.
It does.
He's definitely bumped up in draft. He's a 90-plus guy.
Yeah.
All right. And last one was Lloyd Meek.
Okay.
From Freo to Hawthorn. So he averaged 60.7 from his 6 games. He gets a discount, so it prices him. He gets priced at 53.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24 years of age, averaged 104 in the Waffle
Yes.
last season. 9 of
Relevant.
his 15 scores were 110 plus. A lot of people have called him a lock.
Okay.
R2.
I love a lock come this time of year, Roy.
Price at 53. Now, I don't even know if he's R1 for Hawthorn.
No, I don't know either.
Because you've got Reeves, so big boy retired.
Oh, what a day. Oh, shattered.
You start calling him the best ruck of the generation.
He is
soon,
up there,
Cows.
definitely.
Him and Goldberg. So I reckon, is he number 1 ruck? Not necessarily.
Well-
is 53 cheap? Because I think he's still in the side.
I agree. He definitely plays.
Look, if he was looking like...
Because you got Lynch as well.
I know.
Who they traded for last year.
Yeah, exactly. If it looked like at the end of the preseason that it was Meek's job,
Yep.
I think I could start with him at R2. You sort of always need 1 or 2 guys in that price range.
Yep.
It always seems to fall that way. If you can get away with it with R2, number 1 ruck, and he's coming off a massive average in the Waffle,
Yep.
I think that ticks enough boxes.
So do I. For that price.
For 53, what's he got to go then to make that successful?
Ooh, 70?
I think he...
And he should be able to do
I
that
think he
even
could
as
go-
a second ruck, like as a shared ruck.
You'd think so.
You'd think so. As like a soul ruck with just someone chopping out a little bit, that's 80.
Yep.
They're not going to have the ball a lot. Let's just call it as
But
it
his
is.
Reeves isn't going to be a chop out though. That's the thing. is
No,
it?
he's...
No, does he stay in the team? Do they both play? I guess they do.
That's
with
the
5
risk,
on the
and then
bench.
this is the risk
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Is that could they be in and out of the side? Because you can't have a bloke priced at 53 that then after round 3
that has no job
in the
security.
VFL.
We've been there. Actually, we're there every year.
And that was the last... And that was the last one, dog.
All over
Oh
again.
God, what a dog! I bloody blanked that out of my head. Bruce.
So,
I've forgotten about that.
well, it's
guy.
probably not a bad point to go out of a couple of these here. Rucks.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of teams are going to be doubling up, aren't they?
Yep.
We've got from the trade period, you've got there as simple as Melbourne with Grundy and Gone.
What a combo.
Makes both of them.
Delicious.
So we're talking classic probably mostly here, but no, you couldn't do them, I don't think.
No.
Until you really get to see it.
And they don't
You
go
can't
first
do
round
it.
in draft anymore.
No.
They don't either.
No, they don't.
Where do they go? Okay, so let's just go with the others then. You've got Sean Darcy, who was probably we're all looking at going as one of the better rucks, that sort of thing.
Yep.
But he's going to have LJ
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Tim English.
Tim English has to have some
He's still
flag to
a
it,
very strong option.
but he's got to have a decent flag to it because they haven't had the second ruck.
He's priced at 102.
Remember when they did? See, this is the only positive about this. When Steph played, that absolutely killed Tim English.
Yep.
That's not going to happen. They're not going to have
Lobb
anyone
isn't.
now.
Steph
who
could
is-
only ruck.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you got Lobb, who you said Warnie sooks when he has to play ruck, as it is.
Yep.
So he's not going to have to play ruck too much. So it's kind of good for English, I think. That's my read on that.
Okay. Okay. Then you've got what other teams we're thinking about. Well, so
What about Witsy?
Witsy has to be.
He's
an option.
Oh,
untouched.
he's just the safe
He
dude.
is the safest of all
Ned
people.
Moyle. You've got Rowan Marshall. A lot of us are very keen on.
Yes.
However, they brought in Tom Campbell
did,
in
but-
round 23. What happens now? Rat's out though.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we need to just see.
That was a joke. They did that as a joke.
They might get someone in who goes, why is Tom Campbell on this list? This is where your whole club
Yep.
is failing.
Yep.
He's
The
not-
5 on the pine could help that though. It could be not good for that.
It
They
definitely-
went into last year wanting to play both Marshall and Ryder, obviously.
Yes.
Yes.
So are they going to completely flip that around?
Oh, 100%. It could be anything, depending on
Yeah.
who comes in. That's just
It's
a close
a watch. But he could be R1. He could be the number one ruck
Yes,
this
he could.
year.
And if he is, it's very nice having Marshall in your team when
You're
he's
right.
playing that role.
It's an easy pick.
It is an easy pick.
And then I'll tell you who's the forgotten man in this. And this is part of... No, we have forgotten him. Part of why I don't think a ruck will average over 100. Riley O'Brien is possibly
Yeah.
the...
You're gonna say
Safe's
safe?
not the right word.
I was going to say.
He's probably someone
Be careful,
that
mate.
may be a solo ruck
Yeah, you're right.
that can average highly.
Yep.
But would you rank him at number one
No
for
way.
rucks?
No.
No.
Way. Not in any.
Who's number one? Rolling 22. You're doing it now.
Marshall, English.
Right.
Agree. I like it.
In that order.
Yeah.
Riley O'Brien's
Because
priced
at the moment-
93 too.
If I get put in that St Kilda job, right, so I'm going to say I'm going to be St Kilda's coach. I'm playing one ruck.
You could be
and
their
it is
coach.
Rowan Marshall. And
Yep.
that is it. And if he gets injured early in the game, oh, well, we're playing small ball that
Sacked.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think he is the reason, Dog, that your bold statement will not be correct.
Right.
Because he will average big 100.
I think English can get over 100 as well.
So,
Okay.
Yep.
Happy to be wrong.
Yep.
I know, because
I
you'll
won't, I
have
won't
him.
accept
That's
that.
why you're always happy.
All right, any others? The other little things, I guess, coming out of this, and we're going to talk all this throughout the preseason anyway, but those midfields, Hawthorn, there's going to be opportunity.
Yep, cash cow central.
The Bulldogs
Okay.
is where, so they're losing Dunkley
There's a name we haven't mentioned
and
here.
lost Hunter.
Yeah, big.
So who picks up?
We haven't talked about Jack McRae.
Yeah, he's the one.
He is. Priced at 103,
Yep.
coming off a 116.
Has
Yeah.
done two 120s, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way unders.
Remember him sitting on a wing?
Yeah, Treloar, he gets back in there. He was sitting on
Halfback. I
half
think.
back.
Yep.
Sat on half forward. Sat on
Might even
half
hold
back.
his forward status there.
If he has DPP, that's
Yep.
very interesting because he's back in the middle, isn't he?
Yeah, you think so?
So with Hunter, who goes to that wing then?
Oh, McRae.
Is
God, Treloar.
I'll tell you
Put a
who
line
is the
through
winner
both
from
of
that
them.
is ACL Toby McLean.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, looked good
He's
too.
got to be. He was very good in that final.
was.
I think he turned up in the final.
Yes.
So
Good to see Toby back. Forgotten man.
He is cheap because he gets the 30% discount because he didn't play a home and away game.
So he would get his 30% discount on his 65
Oh yeah. So he's
just a
what's
lock.
that, in the 40s.
because he played one game this year, of course.
Yep.
So
But
But that didn't
wasn't
count because
that was a zero. Yeah.
That was deep.
So his discount is on his 65 average.
He's a lock.
That's so cheap.
At least we've got one player
Oh, exactly right.
we can lock in.
Yeah, no.
Who was the other teams that...
Now, in that elimination final, Dog, you're right. He had 21 touches, 9 tackles, 2 shots on goal for a
yeah,
straight ton.
yeah.
That's impressive.
Beautiful. You'll get DPP too.
Too right.
Giants midfield will be another one.
It
Obviously
will.
having Taranto and Hopper out of there.
Yeah.
Bruhn's just
Brian's
another
out.
body out.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're going to have those guys. Like, is it like that O'Halloran? Like, there's going to be...
suppose there's going to be one young beneficiary.
What's their highest draft pick?
Oh, that Callahan last year, he was up there. wasn't
Yeah.
No, like this year.
he? Yeah, okay.
Do they get a
If it's
midfielder?
midfielder, he's straight in.
That's one that you...
Actually, they'll have to target.
Oh,
one.
did they get pick one in the end?
They did, I think. Yep.
Did they end up with that? Hang on. Everything's a blur.
It is
after
a blur.
that trade radio.
I think they did.
I think they did. Yep.
So, yeah. Well,
Which is then going to be pick 15 after father sons. and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
Yeah.
true. So what the hell's going on? Who knows? But the old boys it's a tick for all them too, isn't it? Like Cogs and that are just going to have to.
And
do
if any
power
of them
work
then
in there.
hold forward
Kelly.
status,
Yeah.
like a Cogs.
Yeah. Well, then they're in the mix again.
Right. That's it.
That's good to be back, boys.
Got a
Good to
couple
be
of
back.
questions here.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
hit them up. A real quick fire ones. Jason O'Grady wants to know, what will Tom Mitchell average in 2023?
I've said it, 115.
110.
In 108.
What?
All right.
God, you hate him.
No, I'm just being realistic.
Okay.
Would you touch for Lachlan here?
Yes.
The two ruck duos of Freo or Melbourne. Will you touch any of them? Classic, no. Draft at the right price, but
Yeah.
It's going to be
What is the
interesting
right-
to see where they go and which
Yeah.
ones go first.
Yeah. Every draft is going to have someone that gets max in the top 5, and everyone will laugh and they'll go, "What? It's max?" And they'll be like, "Do you hear about Grundy?" And they'll be like, "What do you mean, Grundy?" Well, Explain it.
Someone
I'm thinking your brother.
Yeah, 100%.
Neil wants to know McRae's still an option under Price and Dunkley gone. Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Name we didn't mention here with those Hawthorn mids, Worpel for Oliver.
Okay.
Yes. Look, the Warpedo. I want to say yes, but I've said yes in the past, thinking the Warp's surely going to...
Well, Mitchell did not play him? He got a 47% CBAs, a fair chunk in the first half of the year.
Yeah. He was injured late, wasn't he?
Yeah, he didn't play after like round 17, injured on a 10 now.
Look at his scores. Look at his scores.
There's a 36, there's a 10, there's another 10 that was injured, there's a 41. He is going to be priced at an average of 52.
This is a dude that did 90.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
He was
He
awesome.
had a big one when Tom Mitchell wasn't there.
He was awesome.
Even in 2021, he averaged 79. And you can get him at a 52. He's at minimum 70, 75. Minimum.
If he's not hitting his straps.
Yep.
He has... Oh, God. So it's a great one to be watching.
100%.
I cannot see how Worpel has just lost his ability.
Yeah, agreed.
There's going to be that much responsibility in there. What do you think? He has to be able to go 85.
At this point, he would be one of your players in your team if you're picking it
I
today.
reckon.
Definitely got to watch.
Yeah.
Robert wants to know, does Darcy Cameron maintain ruck forward for next year?
No, I
Legit
wouldn't think
forward
so.
option, if so, considering the ruck carnage. Well, because of the ruck carnage, I think he's more valuable as a ruck, wouldn't he be, if he didn't have ruck forward?
Yeah,
He's not a
don't
ruck
know.
forward next year. He's a straight ruck.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Has to be.
And what? Cox's DPP?
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe.
Damien Short a lock as a defender with Timmy and Hopper.
Short
Will he have defender status? I don't think he will, really. I
That'll
don't
be
know.
the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
I reckon he'll have it. He'd have to have it.
He was averaging way over 100
Yeah.
before he got put into the midfield there. So before his bye, he was going at 104.
Yeah, he was great.
At round 7, he was going at 109. And then in his last 5 games here, he went under 90.
Yeah, it's a good eye by
It
you.
is.
He's relevant again.
He is very relevant.
Yeah. He'll be one of the top defenders
If he's a defender.
if he's a defender.
But he probably picks it up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't
He'll
have it.
definitely pick it up if he doesn't have it. I just can't see a world where he doesn't start with defender status.
Yeah, it's definitely one to keep an eye on, Roy. So I'm just looking at his CBAs. So Jayden Short, no, he gets defender. I reckon he gets it. So
he didn't have one probably in the first 10 rounds.
36% CBAs
For the year.
for the year. And he was busy late. You're right. He didn't have any in the first
He went
5 or 6
forward, though,
rounds.
as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Felt like he did that. But, yeah,
did
no,
do
he was
a
a defender.
He is.
He gets
will
it,
be.
holds
yeah.
it.
John, since I got gone, legend, slightly off topic with the lack of trade activity from the Saints and a new coach. Are
Oh,
there previously fantasy relevant players now a watch rather than a lock? Marshall, Steele, Sinclair, etc.
Yep, 100%.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
There's
they
a
are.
bit to watch, isn't there?
There is.
You can't go on those guys until we know more.
Yeah, big
It's
time.
tricky. I'm looking at Steele here. He got his 110.
Did he get to that?
Yeah, which is down from his 121.
Yeah, but still. So what if they got someone like Ross Lyon who just shuts games down
Yep.
completely? Does that take the shine off the Steel?
Yeah, potentially, right? Nice one.
Yeah, thanks.
Good one. There's a name there. Tom Green. Is he like a big beneficiary at GWS?
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time
He
he
might
is.
do whatever everyone expected him to do last year.
He started well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he became
went-
really disappointing.
He went 133, 102, 114 in his
Yeah.
first ones.
And then-
He dropped off.
Yeah, bad.
Priced at 85.
Yeah. Well, he can do what he did in those first 3 rounds.
Well, he went at 76 after his buy. And
Yeah.
you priced, yeah.
Yeah, I think-
Interesting.
yep,
He
good
definitely,
call. We
good one.
missed him.
Yep, keep
We
an eye on
missed
him.
him.
Keep an eye on
Finn
him.
Callahan was one
Ah,
there.
that's the one.
O'Halloran. He's a player, though.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
He's a bowler.
He's a baller.
Cool. And the last one here from Nuffington. Calvin,
Yes,
have you
mate.
sounded the alarm on the ruck situation yet? Grundy gone. Darcy Jackson, Marsh with the new coach. English split with Lobb. That leaves only one man to save the day.
Oh,
Yeah! Juicy!
Juicy, fruity.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to say right now, and it's early
Yeah.
in pre-season, very early in pre-season.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear that man's name again.
You were the reason why we speak about him.
Hey.
At that price, though.
Oh, it was cheap.
I couldn't give a rat's toss bag.
Right, I think we're done. That's enough. We'll be back in 6 weeks or so, I reckon.
Make it 8.
We might make it 8 for you.
We'll round it up
We may
to
not
10.
invite you. Because the game, people have actually asked, that was a question, when will the game open? If it's judging by the last couple of years, it'll be in that week before Christmas for a nice little Christmas present. So we don't know that for sure yet, so we'll wait until we're told and we'll do what we do there. But enjoy the rest of your off-season.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you've met the coaches.
Yep.
Go and have the barbecue. Go and get a cordial now.
Yep.
Mag.
And
How long did we talk for then?
Felt like
Probably a bit
ages.
1:05.
Holy hat.
And that was with a lot of rats toss bags too.
Was.
Lucky we brought that button in.
We did. Yeah.
Do you know how many times we need to listen to that until we go and see Blink 182 though?
Oh, my
wow.
goodness.
That's a long way away.
Yeah.
February 2024.
That's a few.
You ever booked anything that far out?
That's a few
No,
pre-seasons.
I've never thought that far ahead
No.
for anything.
Yep.
It's like waiting for a Jacob Hopper breakout.
Yep.
So how many more?
Hopefully I'll get that this year.
Oh, you know a name we didn't mention for GWS to have a breakout? Lockie Ash.
Will he ever average 95 or more for his career?
Yes, he
you
will.
made
This
the call?
is the year. Look at the opportunities
Mate,
in the midfield. I think you might be right.
I am. And sometimes I do go early on things.
You were ahead of your time.
So that's exactly
Good
right.
on you.
Right. We are definitely done. I'll see you in 6 weeks. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey.
Gotcha.
You've been listening to the official AFL Fantasy podcast. For more expert advice from the traders, head to afl.com.au/fantasy.
Come on, that's a wank.